Greetings everyone, OldClassicGamer here, and we're back with another one of those so-called famously exposing videos. Today, my video will be focused on the fan-subbing group called SenritsuSubs. Now probably wondering, what could a fan-sub group do something worth exposing? Let me tell you. Looking at how they finished subbing a Goldfish Warning and Gumban, I can see why a lot of classic anime fans are in love with that group. SenritsuSubs even has a coffee page where they accept some donations. Oddly enough, this is the second coffee page they made, as the first one was terminated for the reasons unknown to me, let's just say. You guys may like their work and all, but I think that anyone who is thinking about donating them should be strongly aware of what kind of people are part of this fan sub group and why you should think twice before supporting them. I've been following their work for a while and I consider them a good group. Today it's quite complicated to find a good fan subbing group, as they're slowly becoming a rarity due to a simulcast and anime streaming being a thing. So nowadays we usually just have encoders, rippers, karaoke opening makers, because usually the official subs don't have karaoke. So discovering SenritsuSubs, which aimed to provide the subs for classic anime, which most likely is never gonna have an official release, it was amazing, or so I thought. I joined their Discord server and followed them on Twitter to be able to keep myself updated with the latest content they do. One day, while on Twitter, however, I came across a very abnormal response SenritsuSubs made towards anonymous Russian Reapers, a Russian anime group which is ripping rare content, usually Asian English releases, but they also have their own translators too. When SenritsuSubs posted a tweet saying that they are looking for extra translators, Anagamin Buddha from Anonymous Russian Rippers responded saying that he has a translators but is looking for editors, proposing a cooperation between two groups. To my surprise, SenritsuSubs gave the most baffling answer I have ever seen. Their response said, "Sorry, but we have a strict no homophobia policy." Then I began to feel that something was very wrong behind this group. For those who are unaware what I'm talking about, many of left-wing liberals have a chauvinistic attitude towards Russian people. But even despite this, it was completely incomprehensible to me seeing one of the owners of the group suddenly calling this person homophobic simply because of his nationality. Would a normal, sane person respond on such way regarding a simple proposal of cooperation? After this event, I partially distanced myself from them, because even though this was not insult towards me, such rhetoric hits me, because as you can see, Senritsu group is ready to categorize entire nation as homophobes. However, a few days ago, I had made some more research about the lost Alfred J. Quack episodes, which I'm actively trying to recover for a couple of years from being lost on the internet, so I decided to ask in their Discord server. The server was full of people, so I was thinking, since SenritsuSubs is making classic anime subs, there might be people in server, and maybe not necessarily from Senritsu group themselves, who could be interested in trying to help me. I asked the question if any of users were familiar with a program Perfect Dark or Vinny, which are used for underground Japanese file sharing, because I think there might be a good chance to find lost episodes there, because there is evidence they were recorded at one point. I even got one response from a guy on the server, even though he wasn't a member of the group. However, the next day when I woke up, I found out I was banned from the Discord group. I was really surprised because I was 100% sure I didn't break any rules. Well, the server technically did not even have any rules specified or listed, but of course there's some common sense of what should and what should not be done, and I was 100% certain I haven't done anything bad. I thought maybe they found it annoying how I discussed some other anime that was not subbed yet, but still, I found it ridiculous that I got perma-banned because of that. I checked their Twitter and found out I was not blocked there, so I decided to shoot a message and ask why was I banned. I was maximally polite with my question. Some hours later I got a response, and to be honest, I was kinda not surprised at this point. Back in February they already proven their level of prejudice against certain groups of people, in that case the Russians, so that I got banned because of quote-unquote, as you see on the screen, reactionary nationalist sentiments and anti-SJW nonsense is something to be expected from a person that calls someone a homophobe just because of their nationality. Quite frankly, their response to my message was very hypocritical of them because they call me reactionary, but here is a reasonable question. Would an anti-reactionary person block anyone without a good reason? Last time I checked, I never blocked anyone because of political views, even if I strongly disagree with them, and it's usually the other way around. I start a discussion with people about the topic, I try to have a normal conversation, but they always get butthurt and block me, which was also the case for SenritsuSubs as well, because they could not handle the truth when I told them how hypocritical their statement is, that I'm reactionary, and meanwhile, they're the ones answering the stuff in a manner like, we have zero tolerance for such views. This proves that the only people who are legitimately reactionary in this situation was them, because they're not ready to accept my views, which, by the way, are not really nationalistic, because I don't consider Serbian nation exceptional or something like that. And speaking of views, let's see what was that I said that made him very upset to the point of blocking me. Oh, apparently me tweeting some time ago that Zое Quinn should be jailed for driving mentally unstable person to commit suicide and falsely being a victim of abuse. Isn't that beautiful? Overall, SenritsuSubs fails in #1 rule when forming a group based on entertainment, because of how they keep their political views in anime community above the actual idea, and which is anime subbing, of course. Sure, each person can have their own opinions, and any person, whether he is left-wing liberal, centrist, socialist, or a conservative, may be right on his own. But when you are using them to alienate potential supporters and fans, it's gonna come and bite you later, because creating such divisions among anime fans will not lead you to any success. We live in a time where fansubbing is dying, and when people and these groups put their political preference above all else, I'm doubly upset because of that. Keep in mind, these people are asking for donations, but they're ready to ban anyone who has different views from them. Imagine if some people donate only to find out they're later banned because of different political views. And since SenritsuSubs supports Zое Quinn, a horrible pathological liar, what sort of other views can we expect for such people? I don't know about you people, but frankly, I don't even want to know the rest of their opinions, because who wants to read so much nonsense? Hopefully this video opened your eyes about what kind of people are behind SenritsuSubs, and I strongly encourage people to drop all support they had for this group, because they are really not worth the attention they get. This has been another OCG Exposing, and see you all in another video.